Alright, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome to the Cloutcast. I'm Levi, joined by my wonderful friends Ben, Griffin, and Finn. This is
Hello.
episode 5, I believe. Pretty
Yeah, I think
sure.
it's 5. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's
99% sure.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
cool. So, without further ado, I believe Ben had an idea for a topic starter.
It's just like I just thought of it like out of the blue. So do you guys think that Big real or not?
You said Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Okay, you cut out a little.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Do I think Bigfoot is real?
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't know, honestly. What about you guys?
I'm gonna say no, only because
Yeah.
I feel like with like cell phone and camera technology, like there's no way there isn't like a decent photo of Bigfoot at this point.
I think that I lean towards no.
However, I don't know, honestly, because I feel like there would be more than one Bigfoot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they would just be a species we would know about, but I really don't know. And like, I mean, how long have they talked about Bigfoot? Like since the 1800s or something?
Yeah, it's been ages.
So he's not immortal. So if Bigfoot was real, I mean, I don't fucking know, honestly.
Yeah, and if, like the
So,
fact
yeah.
that there's sightings around the world too, I feel like
Yeah.
one person would have at least found one of them dead at some point. In the
Yeah,
Yeah,
last
exactly.
100 years.
I agree.
Yeah.
And like he's been sighted across different continents, right?
Yeah.
So like if there's one in Bigfoot, can like is he like Michael Phelps or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
How does he get
I don't know.
from continent to continent?
Yeah,
Well,
did
I
you
think
just
the
think that's
Yeti-
bullshit?
Isn't the Yeti supposed to be like snow Bigfoot?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, pretty much. Like the abominable snowman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like obviously kind of like related to Bigfoot. Do you guys think any of the like cryptids are real, like Chupacabra, Loch Ness Monster, any of them?
Not really, but I mean, like I don't know. Honestly, I'll see it when I believe it, or I'll believe it when I see it.
yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I mean,
Yeah.
it just feels like, again, like with the technology we have, like how could it be so elusive, that there's like no real footage of it?
Right.
It just doesn't seem like that would work. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Levi, you have anything to add?
I don't really believe in any of them except like when I was younger, I used to really believe in the Loch Ness Monster and all that. But I guess to address like how Bigfoot's been spotted, or quote unquote spotted, like across the world, it's probably just I think it's one of those cultural things where like, especially in like Australia and South America, they're the like the little troll things.
Oh yeah, I've heard of those.
Like I don't know if like all of the same stories are like the same, but I know in like certain parts of South America and like Wyoming and like weird places like that in America, they, like
South
braid
America and
people's.
Wyoming.
Yeah, I've heard about it in Wyoming,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
they like braid people's horses at night and just stuff like that. So that's what I kind of think of Bigfoot and that as like the same kind of thing.
There are a lot of like Native American like cryptids, like the Wendigo and stuff as well.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Oh, I actually
I've
have a
heard-
story about the Wendigo.
Oh, for real? Tell me.
Yeah, so it was like night 2 or 3 of my backpacking trip, and there's a fair amount of animals out there and stuff. So sometimes you might hear like noises, or it could be someone going to the bathroom or something. And I wasn't in this tent, but it was in the other tent, and someone in the tent told the story of like the Wendigo, how it'll like disguise as a human, and then like eat you when you think it's like your friend or something. And they all like pissed themselves. They were so scared of the Wendigo, and they didn't get any sleep. And you see them the next morning, and they have like huge bags under their eyes, and like, yo, what happened? Or like we gotta go home. The Wendigo's out here. And I don't know. They took it like quite seriously. I think they were starting to get homesick or something like that and shit like that. But yeah, it was funny, and our instructors had to ban the word Wendigo because they thought it would. They didn't want to freak us all out. So
Oh my god.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I watched like this episode of Ghost Adventures where like they were talking about one of those like Native American spirits or whatever that were like, it was like haunting this trailer, and they were like, it was like the little troll people or something like Levi was talking about.
Yeah.
That's really funny to me.
I'm not a goblin. I'm a gnome.
I used to think that shit was the funniest. Like, I thought that was the funniest meme ever, dude.
Yeah, no, it is still funny. Someone at my school had their email hacked, and to this day I don't even know if it was a hacker or just him like pulling like his senior prank, but he emailed the entire school and said like, click this link for free cookies, and it was that fucking video.
So stupid. But yeah. So
Yeah.
what conspiracy theories did you want to talk about, Ben?
Oh right, yeah. I should explain this to the listeners. So we were originally thinking about talking about conspiracy theories, and then somehow I went off and thought about Bigfoot, and now we're yeah. So now we're gonna go back to conspiracy theories. Jesus, I cannot talk. So you guys I'm sure you guys have heard of this one. The one with red and blue and Lavender Town.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Causing kids to kill themselves.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've lightly heard about it. I don't really know too much about it though.
Yeah. Just explain it, Ben.
Yeah, I should have said red and green because it was in the Japanese version. The tone was of like the theme song, or whatever the hell you want to call it, from Lavender Town was called the Lavender Tone. That's what they called it in Japan, because apparently there was like a certain pitch that only children could hear, and it like made them go insane and like wanted, and like they ended up killing themselves. And yeah, it's pretty creepy. I remember hearing about it when I was a kid and like playing Diamond and Pearl and like being terrified to just get red and blue, even though it was like the Japanese only games that had that rumor. But
That's terrible. That's terrifying.
I remember hearing about that when I was little, and that like scared the shit out of me.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've seen some weird. Well, actually, I'm just thinking of one story I heard of this. This girl from Japan. She liked to do like these live streams and stuff, and she'd wear like a paper bag on her head. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but she live streamed herself jumping off of a building. And
What?
Oh.
people think it was because she had this like obsession with like being famous and like people knowing her. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like I almost wonder if the Lavender Town was like a way to like explain. I don't know. Maybe Japanese children had some other reason for committing suicide or something, but it's still really freaky.
Yeah. I mean, there was an episode in the anime. This is legitimate for sure. Where
with the
Ash got a
strobe
gun
lights.
Ash got a gun pointed at him, and then later in the episode, there were Porygon, and the Porygon were causing strobe lights in the episode, and it caused a ton of kids in Japan to get have epileptic seizures.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
I heard about that as well.
So that one's not really a conspiracy theory because it's actually true for sure.
I mean, I definitely have read that before.
Yeah, it's a little creepy, that's for sure.
What about everybody's favorite conspiracy theory, Jeffrey Epstein?
Oh,
No boy.
Yeah.
Oh god. I mean,
Maybe we shouldn't talk about that one. Well, I mean,
Is it really a conspiracy theory?
it's not.
yeah.
It's not a fucking conspiracy theory.
That's kind of obvious what happened to Jeffrey Epstein.
Wasn't one of the ladies involved? Didn't she?
Oh yeah, she got Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah.
She was captured and detained like a few weeks ago.
Apparently they sent her to the same prison that they sent Epstein to, and it's like, maybe it's just something about the prison.
Yeah, dude. Those prison guards, they fall asleep sometimes, man.
So fucked up.
Oh, this is a good one actually. Do you guys think that there are aliens in Area 51?
I don't know, honestly.
Oh, definitely.
Or like anywhere else on the planet that like governments know about, but only the government?
I mean, like, I've read some other stuff about Area 51 where people were, like, talking about how, like, the alien thing was just a cover-up for something worse, like, some kind of, like, nuclear, like, missile development shit.
I
don't
wouldn't be
know.
surprised at all.
That's interesting.
Yeah, like-
that could
like-
definitely be true.
Yeah,
Some
that's
new
what,
world order type shit.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, the alien shit was just, like, a cover-up. I don't know. I don't know what it could be, honestly, but, yeah, I don't know. But it's kind of interesting. What about, like, the Illuminati?
Oh, like, does it still exist or not? Because
Yeah.
everyone knows. Well, I don't. Obviously, I should say that. No, not everyone knows. But the Illuminati actually, like, 100% did exist in the past.
Really?
Yeah, like it was an actual thing back in like the 1600s.
Yeah, it was like 1770 something.
Yeah,
I
no, it
didn't
was
actually know
1770s.
I
Yep,
didn't know that either.
Club?
It referred to it was called the Bavarian Illuminati, and it was a secret society in Bavaria, Germany.
Yeah.
Huh. And yep, they were just like very religious. Apparently, it was more like a cult, I guess. But
yeah. I mean, I've read some weird shit about the Illuminati. Like, I remember this one thing happened to, like, there was, like, a celebrity that looked like she, like, phased out of reality and then, like, woke back up or something. Like, and then there was, like, everybody at my high school was like, that's, like, some Illuminati shit, bro. Like, did you see her? I was like, I don't remember who it was, but it was so stupid. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
I mean, I've been watching way too much like YouTube and stuff, and I always hear about like these like conspiracies and stuff like that, and all of this like stuff that's happening. Like I know recently, like TikTok's been getting exposed for like harvesting data, which chances are it was, it's wasn't really news because I know that all social media is probably harvesting our data anyway, but it makes me think like, because we only know about what's been uncovered, right? So like so much could be happening and we just don't know because it just hasn't been uncovered,
Yeah.
Like, we only hear about this shit because people found out about it, so it makes me wonder what could be going on. And
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was done. You can go.
Have you guys heard about the Wayfair, like, children trafficking type shit?
I was gonna bring that up.
No, what is that?
I don't know much about it, but I think, like, on the websites or whatever, they have listings of, like missing children's names as, like, as part of the product name. And it's, like a fridge. It's, like, $13,000. Like, there's, like, tons of stuff like that.
What?
And it's getting a lot of attention over the last, like,
it's like a
2
Twitter,
weeks or something.
Yeah, no, it's been popular lately. It's like a Twitter tinfoil hat thing. I don't think that it's an actual child trafficking system. I don't think people would be using a furniture site to traffic children, really.
Right.
Yeah, most of the names that have been like used aren't super uncommon, and and there's been a lot of names where the people were like reported missing, but then they were found again. Like there's this one person on Twitter like, I'm not missing, like, can you guys please shut up? But it's still weird because like every once in a while, like there's one or two that are like still missing, and just like $10,000 pillow. It's bizarre. What I heard is that people who sell stuff on Wayfair will like overprice their stuff. That way, like, it doesn't go out of stock or something. I don't really know, but it's a stretch, but it's been blowing up lately, and people are, convinced, and apparently like the marketing teams like didn't really like respond well to it, and they're like, they're hiding it.
That is really weird. I've never heard of that. So
yeah, it's happened like it was only a few days ago probably, but it's weird.
Okay. Yeah. I have another one. I mean, it's kind of minor, but I've always found it interesting. You guys have Mattress Firm?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I know
Oh
what you're
yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, Finn, do you?
No, I don't know.
Okay, so it's they just sell mattresses, right? And you wouldn't think that like a company that just sells mattresses would make that much money, yet they seem to be everywhere. Like literally everywhere. There's been people on Google Maps that will show like there's 4 on like one intersection. Like it's
What?
very strange. And people
Yeah.
think it's like money laundering, which I feel like is probably true. I feel like it definitely has to do with some
Yeah.
money
Yeah,
laundering.
it wouldn't surprise me. I see them all the time.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, around me. I think I have like 3 or 4, and it's like, why would we need 3 or 4 Mattress Firm stores in the middle
Right?
of nowhere?
Right?
Like that just doesn't make any sense. And like I'll drive by them, and there's
Bizarre.
almost no one in there too. I like
Yeah.
rarely ever see anyone in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
There's one in where I live, and nobody's ever there ever. So like, why is it still there? I've seen restaurants and other businesses that have closed so quickly, even though I used to see like several cars like every once in a while, like in the parking
Mhm.
lot. So why is that Mattress Firm? I've never seen a single car in the parking lot for like 20 years, and it's still there.
yeah, it's so strange.
That's definitely one I kind of believe.
Yeah,
Right?
I think it would yeah. Oh
Okay,
gosh.
now I'm looking at a map of Mattress Firms.
Yeah,
They're like all
it's
over Chicago.
bizarre. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
bizarre.
Yeah, no, it's very very strange. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some more conspiracy theories.
There's the sorry, my push to talk is fucking up. There's the Charles Lindbergh baby one. Do you guys know about that?
I do not.
Where it was like Charles Lindbergh was like the famous pilot that, flew whatever he did, like one of the first cross Atlantic Ocean flights or whatever. Well, anyways, like his baby got kidnapped or something, and it was like a huge thing. I guess that was like in the early to middle 19th century, right? Or 20th century, sorry. And like people like just had zero idea what happened, and then I read about it like a while ago, but I'm pretty sure like they found like the baby like the corpse like down the street or something. But like there was all this shit, like they were trying to get ransom money from the family, and then they sent them ransom money, but like then there was this whole conspiracy about how like they accidentally dropped the baby out of the window like at the very beginning, and they were trying to
Jesus.
I don't know, it was a mess. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was that's one. And then there are a few like there's the like John Bennett Ramsey one as well. I don't know as much about that, but it was like some do you know what I'm talking about, Ben?
John Bennett.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Or John Benet Ramsey or something. Yeah, it was like this little girl, and like I don't know if she went missing or she was murdered, but like there was this entire conspiracy where like people thought it was her family like that did it, and then they were like trying to do this whole cover up
What
story.
the
And
hell?
I don't know. There's a ton of stories like that. Yeah, it's weird. I'm gonna have to read a little bit more about it. Like it's actually really interesting.
Huh. Yeah, those murder ones, especially like when they involve children and stuff, those are always like creepy as hell.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm looking at a list. I found I've never even heard of this. It's about Maine actually. Our 6th governor, apparently he was actually a distant relative of Lincoln too, which is interesting. But that's besides the point. Apparently, when he died, right, they buried him obviously, and about 100 years later, like a little over 100 years later, when people went to inspect his whatever tombstone, whatever the hell you want to call it, they found that his body was not there. Like his body was just gone. And no one's ever found his body to this day. So people aren't really sure what happened with him. But,
It was probably just a grave robber, you know?
Yeah, that's what people think, but he was in Maine's capital, like inside the building. So that'd be kind of difficult.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that way. That's really weird. Then I thought it was just some cemetery and some, I've heard people will dig up bodies to like get their watch or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
no.
it's totally messed up too. It's just disrespectful, honestly. If you're gonna dig up someone's dead body, like let them rest.
Yeah. Yeah, no. It's
The the jet fuel can't melt steel beams thing about 9/11, like how that's an entire conspiracy, like that people think George Bush did it or whatever.
yeah,
That
9/11, that can go
that,
on for.
that shit is crazy, man.
Wait, do they think that like? Wait,
Yeah,
what
like it was like an inside job. Like that's what some people like came up with
Yeah.
this whole thing. Like you can't crash a plane into a skyscraper and it all like burned down like that. I don't know exactly like what people think, but like everybody was like talking about how I don't know why the fuck my push to talk like stops, but it's like George Bush like set up this whole plan to like blow up the World Trade Center so that it could justify a war in the Middle East or something. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like he'd have to be you'd have to be really screwed up in the head to like kill
Yeah.
that many people.
That is true.
But I mean, at the same time, like I can see him doing something to like start a war in the Middle East for sure.
Right. So I
Um,
don't know. That was just like a big, like turbulent one that a lot of people talked about.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I was about to say someone should test it, but let's not.
Yeah, no.
I mean, if you could, if you're willing to sacrifice a building, empty it out, alert everyone, it would be interesting because if they fly a plane into it and the building's fine, that would certainly be a discovery of the ages.
Yeah, you need a lot of permits for that, or a lot of money. And I feel like,
Well,
the
yeah.
government definitely wouldn't do
I
it.
think
So.
you need more than a permit.
Yeah, money, like I said.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Another one that I've always found interesting. Have you guys heard of the Battle of Los Angeles?
Like,
I have not.
like
Have not.
the Rodney King riots, or
No. It was apparently like a lot of people thought that it was an alien invasion of Los Angeles. It was in 1942
What?
because it was pitch black, and there were like guns going off, and you could hear stuff flying above, but you couldn't see a damn thing because it was the middle of the night.
What?
And yeah, so they started having lights scan the sky because some people thought that it might have been a Japanese invasion, because it was the middle of World War II, that kind of stuff.
Oh, I have heard about this.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like some people died. Like a couple people died because of a car accident that occurred because of it. A couple people had heart attacks and died because of it. But it's crazy.
Jeez.
Like people thought that it might have been aliens. Some people thought it was a Japanese invasion that just went very wrong, and like the American government covered it up or something. Some people thought it was a meteorological. I cannot say the word. A weather balloon.
Yeah.
Right.
And they thought that like started it, and then somehow that just like went haywire. Some people thought it was like testing, like someone was just testing aircraft, like the American government. I don't know why you do that over Los Angeles, but yeah, it happened after Pearl Harbor, so people thought like, oh god, this could be another invasion.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird. Like there's a couple like I can't remember. I haven't watched it for a while, but there's pictures, especially when you see these like lights in the sky, like going up into the sky, kind of like the bat signal, but like not a bat signal, just like a light, and it's like really creepy.
That is creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of World War II, do you guys know about the theory that like Hitler was alive like long after the war and he like moved to
Oh,
Argentina?
God.
Yeah, I've heard stuff about that.
Yeah.
That goes for a lot of celebrities, like Elvis and Tupac and stuff. Though.
Oh,
yeah.
Like moved to Cuba. Or
Right,
something.
right.
Yeah, or like Argentina.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Back to the. I've been reading about the 9/11 thing, right? Even if like a lot of people said that even if like it wasn't directly like the like U.S. government like or orchestrating the attacks or whatever, like there's a chance that they may have known about it and then didn't stop it so that it could have like justified going to war with the Middle East or something like that.
I have heard about that.
So like they called it like LIHOP or something, like let it happen on purpose, I think, or something like that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of something to think
That's
about.
really interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't the same thing happen, or didn't a similar thing happen with like Pearl Harbor?
Pearl Harbor, yeah. No,
Yeah.
that was an actual, yeah. I mean, that one kind of actually does make sense to me because, like, you know, they wanted a reason to join the war,
Exactly.
I guess. And so, yeah.
Yeah, and the thing
But I
is,
don't
like, when we get attacked on our home soil, it gets everyone riled up.
Yeah, it does.
All the,
so,
like, Americans, so,
Mhm.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, Griffin mentioning like I think it was Griffin's if it wasn't, but the fact that like they might have used it as a reason to go to war.
Yeah.
It's interesting too because there's a real document that someone proposed to I think it was JFK. And obviously JFK, well, at least publicly, and I think it's quite obvious. JFK said, "Oh hell no! Why the hell would you even propose this kind of crap?" It was called Operation Northwoods. I defined it. Took me a while.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have either of
the
you
Cuban
guys,
Missile
Levi,
Crisis
Finn?
stuff.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's creepy. Like some American government employee proposed that they do something. I'm trying to read it because I can't remember exactly what happened.
Yeah, it was like they wanted to attack Americans or something, and then make it look like it was somebody else or something like that.
Make it look like it was Cuba.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That is fucked up, dude.
I haven't heard about it, but it does not surprise me in the slightest.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, and it's interesting too because one of the plans even like they thought about hijacking planes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep. Some people thought about blowing up a U.S. ship, orchestrating violent terrorism in U.S. cities, and then blaming it on the Cuban government so they could go to war with Cuba and the American people wouldn't be pissed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the whole Cold War and some of the stuff the United States did is just
It's
atrocious.
scary. It's really scary, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
like in
yeah.
like South and Central America, they genuinely put dictators into power just
my god,
to avoid
dude.
like quote unquote communist. It's
yeah,
sad.
It's sad. There are some that people don't even talk about. Like there's like one that like one of the first I think like America like overthrew the government of Guatemala, and then it caused like all of these Guatemalan people to suffer, and like nobody talked about it.
Yeah,
Because like the Americans wanted to depose their quote unquote socialist government. Like
exactly.
come on.
And it was, I'm not sure if it was Guatemala I'm thinking of, but
I mean, there are tons. There are tons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it was revealed that like, the a bunch of United States government members had a bunch of stock in like Dole, and
Oh yeah.
by reestablishing like a dictatorship, Dole could keep like abusing that fact, and so their stocks would be worth more. It's just so messed up. And the thing is, a bunch of countries today are still suffering because of people being put in power that really shouldn't be, because they don't know how to run a country. That's why so many of these South American countries are like very poor and like riddled with crime and stuff.
Yeah.
It's upsetting,
I mean, there was also the my push to talk again. There's also the Contra affair too, where like that was during like 1980s, where like people found out that like America was like funding terrorists in Nicaragua or something like that to like again combat like the socialist government or whatever. Yeah, I think that's like correct, but
wasn't there like a video game or something about that?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Probably.
But America has done that several times. Funded like a terrorist organization in order to overthrow like a government that opposes us or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. This is a little off topic, so I apologize, but there's an interesting thing too. Just this is more about like American media, I guess. I mean, I maybe you guys heard of this. I didn't hear about this until yesterday, but like, I feel like American media is so westernized. Like everything is always focusing on the West. Like we never talk about things happening in like Vietnam nowadays or Africa or like South America.
True.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Sure.
for example, you guys know about the Gambia in Africa?
Yeah.
Even if you like, don't know where it is, just like, have you guys heard of the Gambia?
Well,
Don't think so.
it's like the country that's in between, or like in Senegal,
Yeah, it's on the east
Western.
or yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, western.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dumb. Western coast of Africa, and 3 years ago, they had an election, and their president, their current president, lost the election, and he was like, "Okay, that's fine." But then a couple months later, before the switch happened, he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm not accepting this." And then essentially, like the entire like country like fell into shambles, and the African Union, which is essentially like the European Union but for Africa, had to send in troops from all these different other African countries to take over the entire country to allow this guy who won the election to actually like serve, because their military, the Gambian military, refused to side with anyone. They stayed neutral. So yeah, essentially like this is during 2017.
I think I remember hearing something about that now, but not much.
Yeah, this was in 2017, and I didn't see anything about it because I mean Trump had just gotten president in 2017. He had just been like inaugurated, right? Am I getting that right, or was that 2016?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would've been like-
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, because the election was in 2016.
yeah, so it would have been January 2017, which is
Yeah.
actually that was exactly when I think the military issue or like presidential issue like started happening. So I guess maybe
Yeah.
that's why. But like I almost never hear about like what's happening in African countries. Like
Same.
unless you look for it specifically, everything's always United States, Trump, like China or Russia, and that's like it.
Pretty
And like
much.
obviously Western Europe as well. But
Yeah, and I remember it was after one of the shootings in Paris. I was reading
Yeah.
a lot about how people were just absolutely distraught about the shooting in Paris. It killed a lot of people, obviously, but people were bringing up in these African countries, that's not like uncommon. Like shit like that
Yeah.
happens all the time with like children being forced to be like suicide bombers and stuff like that. It just sucks that we have such the media disparity, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely want to try to lighten the topic at some point, but it reminded me of when Ben found that Minecraft server that was about like free press.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's just when I see stuff like that, it does give me hope that maybe one day the world will start to change and put just be in a better place where we're not as like selfish and
No
like
kidding.
ignorant to suffering. But I thought it was so cool that they made this whole Minecraft server where you could like
Browse.
Ben,
Browse, yeah.
yeah, Ben knows about it better than I do, but
yeah. The I can't remember what it's called, but there's something library. I think the Uncensored Library, I think was what it was called. It's a really cool server. You can go on it, and they have like this massive room, and it has all the flags spiraling up like a massive like coliseum almost. And you just fly out to whatever flag for whatever country, and it will like tell you about their freedom,
Oh, that's so
media
cool.
freedom.
That's
and it'll tell you
dope.
about and then like I'm not sure if every country has one, but at least like the countries with more like power in the world or population, they each have like, their own room. Like I remember the only one I went to was Russia because I didn't know where I was going, but I just ended up in Russia, and they had like a massive kraken coming out of the ground, and they had like tons of books about Russian media and like Russian censorship and the government of Russia, and it was really really cool.
Wow.
Yeah, it's still up too. I mean, it's one of actually the way I found it was because I was on Wikipedia and I was looking at Minecraft servers on Wikipedia, and like for some reason 3 Minecraft servers have Wikipedia pages, and that was one of them, and I never heard of it, so I looked it up, and yeah, it's actually it's a really cool server.
Man, that is awesome. That
Yeah.
is so cool.
Yeah, it's called the Uncensored Library.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, literally right now, there's something going on. Like, there are gigantic rallies and protests in Thailand against the government. And I didn't even see that in the news, like, at all. Like,
Me
I
neither.
just accidentally stumbled across an article, like, on some, like, on the internet somewhere. And then I got into, like, this whole of, like, all of these different articles about like these gigantic protests going on, and like nobody's even talking about it. And that shit, can you imagine like all of the shit that like we miss on a day, like on a daily basis? Like, you know, there might be shit that is going on right now that we don't even know about, you know, just because the news doesn't care to report it. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Whenever we do receive news about somewhere like foreign to the United States, it's usually something bad, like
Oh
whether
yeah.
it's something bad happening there or it's like giving them like a bad reputation where
Yeah.
they shouldn't really deserve it. Isn't there something going on in like Papua New Guinea, I think?
Huh. I didn't even
About
hear about that. If there is.
I it just came to my head. I remember reading about it like a year ago or something. Or maybe it's somewhere else. But they were like, I don't know. I'd have to like look into it more.
I mean, at this point, there probably is. We just haven't heard about it because it's just not being
Yeah.
covered.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting for sure, like how much the Western media, and I mean, of course, yeah, it's important to like cover American politics, Chinese politics, because those are massive countries that have like massive world influence and like the most world influence. Those two countries probably the most world influence, maybe Russia too, but still, like it's important to cover, you know, all these other countries too. Like, I mean, like I'm trying to think of countries with big populations that aren't America or China. I mean, I don't hear a lot of
Bangladesh,
yeah.
Indonesia.
I don't even hear a lot of like about India. Which
Oh yeah.
is probably which is going to pass China at some point with the most people.
Yeah.
That is absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly don't hear much about India.
I
So
don't hear much about Brazil, and Brazil has a ton of problems.
Right.
yeah,
Brazil was in the news a decent amount when they were like, when Bolsonaro was purposefully burning down the rainforests. But yeah,
But it's like people are like, oh no, the animals. And you know, there's
Yeah.
like huge amounts of poverty. Like, I don't know if you've seen pictures of like the slums in Rio, but it's
yeah,
like
it's crazy.
that's insane.
yeah,
I don't know. There's the whole like people are just very selective about the media they take in. I feel like, and I feel like
Yeah,
half the issue is it not being reported, and the other half of the issue is people not looking for it really.
True.
Because like, I think, and this is especially lately, I've been really happy to see a lot of people have been talking a lot more about some like social justice issues, especially when Black Lives Matter started spiking.
yeah,
Which is great, but it's kind of like I'm concerned that once, if this dies down, which I don't think it should unless the issues are solved, you know, people are just going to go back to like reposting, you know, shit about like celebrities and stuff. And you know, there's like this bad stuff going on in our world every day, and you know, people always like kind of like stab at each other, like, you know, don't do this for the trends and stuff, but like, you know, I didn't really see very many people reposting about like shit that's been going on in the world before George Floyd's
Absolutely.
passing.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
really hope this like momentum continues, because I think it could really help out the world a bunch.
yeah. I agree, honestly. So
Yeah.
Anyways, I wanted to change the subject. I want to talk about memes, cause yeah, I know it's quite the twist, but you know, I feel like we could use like a laugh or two after all of that. But
yeah, for sure.
I don't know. My meme like fluency has been fading lately. I don't know. I don't keep up with
Yeah,
the memes lately, but
I think part of it for me, I don't really use much social media, and so like I just feel like sometimes like I'll go like maybe 2 or 3 weeks without going on any social media, and then maybe I'll like like look at Twitter or something, and there's all of this new shit that I don't even get. That happens like every once in a while. Also, a lot of the memes have been coming out of TikTok lately as well, and then obviously
Yeah, for
people
sure.
have been talking about canceling that app in the United States recently. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
So-
I'm just not. I just feel like I wouldn't say memes are on. I'll confidently say I think memes are declining. I think they're not.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I feel like
Yeah.
there was a point in time where like memes were like the main like internet comedy, I guess. Just
Right.
talk, man. And then and now I feel like from at least what I've seen, I feel like it's like funny tweets and I guess also TikToks and shit, right? But like
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
I
definitely
do know what
TikTok.
you're saying. But like honestly, recently, like when people come out with new memes, sometimes they're just kind of cringy. But I don't know. I don't know how long it's been like that.
Yeah. Some of them are cringy, some of them are funny, but I don't know. I just maybe it's us getting older too. There's definitely that to take in
That
consideration.
is a good point.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just stuff like I still think Uganda and Knuckles is funny, and you can fucking
Yeah.
stab at me if you want,
I
but
agree. I mean, there are ones that are funny, honestly. Like we were just talking about the fucking gnome video. That shit is hilarious.
yeah, exactly.
Like for real.
What
There are
are
a few other ones.
mhm.
Like
What are everybody's favorite
go ahead.
memes?
For the longest time, mine was Howard the Alien. You know, like the fucking like dancing silver alien. You guys know what I'm
Oh
talking
yeah.
about?
Yeah. That shit's funny.
I used to think that shit was so funny, dude. Yeah, that was my favorite for sure. I mean, I remember like, do you remember when Dat Boy was a thing?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah.
a long time ago.
I fucking went as that
dude,
boy for
I thought-
Halloween one year. Not even kidding. I learned how to ride a unicycle.
That's awesome, dude. I fucking love Dat Boy.
What about you, Levi? What's your favorite meme?
The one I was thinking of whenever we started talking about memes was Dat Boy, and I couldn't think of what the fuck it was. Probably say Dat Boy.
Dat Boy is really funny. Dude, oh my god. I'm on mobile, so okay, never mind.
The mobile push
Honestly-
talk is a piece of shit.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, like other than that, I'm trying to think. Like you brought up Uganda Knuckles. I thought that was hilarious. And then I don't know, and like speaking like on the same topic, like what were some that came out that you guys thought weren't funny? Because like I never thought that the Sonic the Hedgehog movie meme was like funny at all, personally.
No, I mean neither.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to think of some other ones. Just give me a second, but go ahead.
Oh, recently there's been that one about cake.
I was just about to say
I
that.
was about to say
Yeah,
that.
like
I
cutting
don't think it's
through
funny.
stuff and it's cake.
I hadn't even heard about that, and then one of my friends started talking to me about it, and she just kept going on. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And so she sent pictures. That's like kind of weird. I don't. It's not really funny to me.
No, yeah, it's just weird. I don't think there is anything else you can say about it. I'm trying to think. I'm not really sure of like memes that I particularly enjoy. The Dab Boy was really funny.
That's so old, though.
Yeah, it is really old.
8 years old at least. Actually, I don't know if you guys liked the wide meme that went around this year.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. Not even
No, I thought that one was really funny.
Yeah, right. Yeah, definitely.
Like the music, just I don't know. It gave me
what?
a chuckle. It was like the wide meme, like wide Putin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What you mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
it took me a
Dude, it's
second
so
to
funny.
remember. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other ones. I mean, in the Pokemon community, there was everybody pronounces this differently, but it was like Snom or Snome. You know, like the little ice bug thing. That was kind of a meme. That how it was so cute and everything.
Yeah, it is really cute though.
Yeah, it really is, dude. There are like several Pokemon memes that I think that are pretty funny. I'm trying to think of some examples though. But like the Snome one was the first one that came to my mind.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. one of my favorite images of Pokemon image, and I think Ben sent this to me like one of the first times we talked to each other on a voice call, was that picture of Jasmine sitting on the Magnemite.
Oh, jeez.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot that thing existed.
Yeah, it's a little bit yeah.
Yeah, that one's a little odd, not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of any other memes that have interested me. Usually there'll be a meme and it'll be cool for like a couple weeks and then it's just like whatever.
Yeah, and then some people are very mean about like memes being dead. Like, I remember after Ugandan Knuckles started to die out, I still thought it was funny, but people at my school were very mean. Like, I was still joking about it, and they're like, "That meme's dead. Like, shut up." You know, I still think it's funny.
People are dumb and like do that shit all the time. Like,
Yeah.
literally. And I know people that'll do that like one day after the meme comes out and shit. You know.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's even worse. Like, and those are Twitter people. I hate Twitter. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
it. I think it's...
I mean, I hate Twitter too. Honestly.
Yeah, everyone listening, though, make sure you check out our Twitter.
True. Wait. I take back what I said.
at Cloutcast. We were gonna do Cloutcast, but it's taken, so we did it today.
Yo, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's all
One
for
meme,
branding.
right? One meme that I always was kind of on the edge about was like the whole Soviet Union meme, like the communism meme. Because I don't know, like I think it's funny, and like like you can joke about whatever the fuck you want, right? But like sometimes I still just kind of cringe just because. I mean, with that being said, I used to joke about it all the time too, right?
Same.
But also, I don't know. It's kind of poor taste, you know. It's kind of like joking about like other, you know, oppressive regimes too, you know, because there are a lot of people that died under like the Soviet Union and stuff. So, you know, but I get it. And I don't know, it was funny at the time that people thought it was funny, right? But like now when people joke about it, it's like not as funny, honestly.
Especially when you start to learn about it in school. That's kind of what
absolutely
changed it for me. Like when I was in middle school and I didn't really know about it, I was like, haha, Mother Russia, haha. But you know, then you learn about like what actually happened, and you're like, oh.
Right. Yeah, dude. Oh, I'm looking at like meme calendars now, like from the olden days.
Set up and look up.
Wait, what did you say? Your mic like crap itself. What did you say?
Trying to look a few of the calendars up.
Right. There was like dude, the push to talk. That's another one. That's another Pokemon meme. Is the walking furret? Like,
Yeah, I just saw
Yeah.
I used to love that one, man. I really used to love that one.
There's a guy live streaming. I saw this yesterday. He's live streaming a furret, walking up an escalator with the Accumula Town theme, of course, because you always have to have that with the furret. He has it up until Diamond and Pearl Remix release.
Wow, what the fuck?
Yeah, so far it's been up for like almost a month. So,
dude, I just found like oh my god, Jane has been reeling in this. My girlfriend has been reeling in this legendary fish on Red Dead 2 for like literally 20. It's not legendary. Okay, she's been reeling a completely regular fish in for like 20 minutes, and it's not even legendary.
You gotta spin the right stick constantly and flick the left stick up and back.
Right?
It took me forever to figure that out.
That is really fucking funny. Anyways, though, yeah, I just found like a calendar from 2016, and it was like all of those old, like looking back on it, it's like not even funny anymore. But like the little like, do you guys remember Arthur's fist being a meme?
Yeah.
Oh,
and, like,
yeah.
And like
like Kazoo Kid and like other stuff like that. That old
Kind
ass
of.
shit that we used to think is
Alien,
hilarious.
SpongeBob.
Like
Yeah.
Ted Cruz and Zodiac Killer and stuff like that.
Time flies.
Yeah, Caveman SpongeBob. I completely forgot about that one too, Levi.
Oh, dude.
Oh my gosh.
There was the salt dude. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yep. And honestly, like, I don't.
Harambe.
Oh god.
Dad, the greatest.
Harambe
all
died on my
time.
birthday.
Yeah. He died for our sins.
You died on your birthday. What the heck?
Wait, seriously?
I'm pretty sure. If not, it was like a day or two after.
I'm looking. I gotta check this.
Check. Yeah, double check.
He died. Oh, he died like 10 days after your birthday.
Oh,
Bro. What? Like, that's terrible.
yeah. Speaking of Harambe, I've been seeing these funny memes of like Harambe was like, kid, I don't have much time, but you know, person who killed Jeffrey Epstein is, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those too. Oh my gosh, dude.
Looking at some of these meme calendars, and some of this shit is like, I've never seen any of this before.
That happens as well. If
Yeah,
you like,
absolutely.
if you don't keep track for like a month, you'll miss like 3.
It's insane.
Yeah,
it's
that's
very
generally how it
fast
goes.
moving.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of older memes too, like other ones. That we
Doge.
haven't mentioned.
You cannot go wrong with Doge, right?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I still kind of think Doge is funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Like,
There was
I
that-
don't know.
There was that one with my god, I can't remember the SpongeBob character. Why can't I remember his name? I've watched so much friggin' SpongeBob. Mr. Krabs, obviously. Jesus.
oh my god, how can you not remember Mr. Krabs?
Well, obviously I just did. I just said his name. But it's the
That
one
took
where
you a
he's looking
long time.
around in the screen is like shake it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I don't know why I couldn't remember his name.
No, wait, I'm still over the fact that it took you like at least 10 seconds to remember Mr. Krabs' name.
I was looking at
He's literally a crab
I was
named
looking at
Mr.
a picture-
Krabs.
I was looking at a picture of Patrick Star. Okay, it was like confusing me.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyway, what other ones? Oh, the one with that guy, the farmer guy, and he's like, it ain't much, but it's honest work or something like that.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
It's all of this stupid, like, I don't know, like, the weird thing about those memes is that, like, literally, like, a month, like, if you look at them after time has passed and you, like, look back at them, like, I cringe at them now, like, especially, like, stuff
Yeah.
like Arthur's Fist, and, I mean, Dat Boy is different, like, right, we can all agree that Dat Boy's funny, right, but, like,
Yeah,
there
there's...
are there are other ones, though, yeah.
For sure. I
What do you
mean...
guys know about
so
fidget
weird.
spinners.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
I
God.
always thought they were cringy.
Yeah,
I-
generally, yeah. I don't know. I remember that being so popular at the time, and I always kind of thought they were cringy. But then, like, my friend had one, and I was, like, making fun of him for it, and then I started playing with it, and I couldn't stop playing with it, so, yeah.
Yeah, they were very fun, but it's kind of like...
Yeah.
Yeah. I
The
broke
one
my
with the-
laptop with a fidget spinner. Sorry for interrupting you, but...
No, it's okay. The one I think is it actually Bear Grylls? I'm not sure if it is. Where it's improvise, adapt, overcome.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say about it?
Have you seen that meme?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I was just naming like old memes.
Right.
The one with that I don't know how to like explain it, but the one with that guy and he does like that weird face. I mean it's very vague, I know, but yeah, I can't think of a way to describe it. I just sent you a picture, but
Yeah, post a picture in the chat or something.
yeah, I mean here, this is a meme. I mean, the listeners aren't gonna. Maybe you guys can describe it better. I don't know.
I'll throw it on the screen, because I'm a master editor.
Oh yeah,
He's
it's
a
the one in
master
the one in March.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That one was
Right.
classic.
I forgot about that.
Mhm.
And then the dancing hot dog.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
oh my god, I forgot about it.
That fucking thing was so funny.
I literally forgot about that. That was so funny, dude.
Yeah.
That was really funny. And then
Big
obviously
Shock.
pro gamer move. Oh my god, big
Big
okay,
Shock.
wait. That is absolutely one
Dude.
to mention. That was actually really funny.
No, that is
Levi
one of
and I
the.
thought that was we thought that was like the peak of comedy for like 3 months.
Yeah, yeah, me too. I know most of the lyrics
Legit.
to this
dude.
day.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
And
It's
that-
so funny.
Yeah, and that black dude with like the thinking thing where he like has his finger to his
Oh,
forehead.
Yeah.
That shit's funny too.
Absolutely. That's really funny. I'm trying to think of some other ones. There are a ton of good ones, man, that we haven't even mentioned.
Yeah, I see No Nut November and
Oh yeah.
I know I've tried it twice, and I know Griffin's No Nut November journey was pretty tragic, but
Yeah. It was. Yeah, it was. Dude, my push to talk. Oh my god, it was bad. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
just- Yeah. I commend anybody that can make it all the way through a month. That's
Same.
really impressive. That's
Never
really
lasts
impressive.
more than 48 hours.
Yeah, maybe
Hey.
this time around I'll try again, but
I think we all should, because that's the thing. Like, I did it last year, and the thing is, when you don't have anybody doing it with you, it's just like this is stupid, you know.
Yeah.
But I remember
yeah,
the first year I did it, I made it to 15 days, and like,
that is
next year-
impressive, man.
you know, yeah, it's the thing is for me at least, it doesn't start hard, because I'm so determined, but then it just gets worse and worse,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just remember reading Griffin's log. You know, he was like so hyped up, and we were both so hyped up, and it was like day 2, and he's like naming all these like weird things that happened. Like, what happened to you that day?
yeah, it was like November 1st was like normal, and then like and I was like so hyped about No Nut November, and then on November 2nd, like I got a call from Uganda, and then I met like an actual monk that day, and he gave me a book about enlightenment for free. It was like all of this weird shit started to happen, and I was like so convinced. Like, I know it sounds like stupid, but I was just like convinced that it was destiny or something. Like, because like why would both of those things happen? And they happened like right after each other too. It was weird. It was bizarre.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was bizarre. But it was
And then
it was also I just too hard.
yeah, and then like 2 a.m. you posted, "I have failed" or something.
Yeah, it was pretty epic. But yeah. That was weird. I totally know what you're talking. Like I totally remember that. Now.
Yeah.
I still have that book too. It's really funny. But yeah. Overall, we talked about some weird shit this time. Like we went from completely dark to like Dat Boy.
Yeah.
It's very strange. But yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about this time?
I mean,
how's everyone doing?
Overall, decent. It's just I'm not really looking forward to university again. I'm not gonna lie.
For sure.
It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck a lot. I really don't want to.
ditto.
Just cause, like, I don't know, I'm lazy as fuck. So, what about you guys? Are you looking forward to college, Ben and Levi?
Definitely not. Especially
Yeah.
like I'm going to community college and there's like nothing being done for online classes yet.
Yeah.
So, it scares me.
Yeah.
There's like some online classes. And I have one,
Mhm.
but like everything else is gonna be in person.
Yeah. My
Your
classes are not going to be finalized until August 1st, but as of right now, they are all online.
Oh, nice.
Every single one of them. So, yeah.
I have one that's in person, but the rest are online.
It's
which is
kind of
good.
annoying, but
Yeah, I wish they were all online because that shit is really dangerous. What about you, Finn? Are you? Hear us
My
on
school has
online.
not been giving me many updates. I don't know my schedule. I don't know what classes I'm taking.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, like they email my parents obviously, because since I'm still in high school and stuff, and they're planning on doing it in person. And
Oh my
since
gosh.
I mean, yeah, the thing is, I really want it in person, and I understand the health risks, but I don't know. Just like I just couldn't do online school. It was really hard for me.
I gave up
I
after
get
a week.
it.
Yeah. No, I gave up too.
It's easy to start not caring about it, I think.
Exactly.
Because you're like, for me, I do it on my PC where all of my Steam games and shit are. Like, it's just so easy for me not to care about school when that's like available to me. I'm so much better at paying attention to classes and actually, because like they make all the lectures fucking optional, so of course I'm not gonna listen to them.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Same thing goes for me. And look, my school's pretty small, so I think they can make it work. Like, from what I heard, they're planning on making it so, like, there's gonna be a lot less people per class, and we can't like sit next to each other and stuff like that. And we have to like take our temperature every day before we go to school at home and like log it on this app. So I think they're gonna put the right precautions in place where it's
Wow.
going to be safe enough, but at the same time, like, as much as I want to do school in person, like,
It's just not safe.
yeah, high schoolers aren't going to
Care.
not just, yeah, exactly. We're not just
Yeah.
disciplined enough to, like, you know, keep distance at all times. Like, it's, you know,
Yeah.
it's high school, you know? So, I don't know, we're going to have to see, but I'm just, yeah, I'm trying to enjoy my summer while I can, you know, and obviously that kind of just means like playing video games and doing nothing, but my parents are just not on board with that, so
Yeah.
it's like that, but we'll make it through.
So yeah, who wanted to do that? My push to talk, dude. The outro. Who wanted to do it? I
can
should
take
not
it for
probably
today.
not do it. Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead. Ethan.
Mike's gonna cut out in the middle of it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and people who I don't identify as either. I hope you enjoyed episode 5 of the Cloutcast. Forgot to mention this at the beginning, but you can listen to the Cloutcast on our official website, thecloutcast.buzzsprout.com, or on Spotify, or on Google, or on a bunch of different websites that you can find on our website, or YouTube, which is kind of our go-to platform, but I know a lot of people prefer Spotify, so you can listen in the car or something like that. So I want to throw that out there, that you can find all the episodes on those platforms at the same time, Wednesday at 1 o'clock PST, 4 o'clock EST. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or night.
Thank you guys.
Bye. Peace.
All right, peace out.
Peace.